Okay, this is the makeup for Castle Unit 3, Activity 5, the last one in there. So actually, what you're observing is very similar to Activity 4. You're going to observe brightness of the bulbs and compass deflection, alright? But if you notice, your setups are a little different. This time the bulbs aren't in one single file line, alright? They're kind of connected on top of each other. So we want to observe what's going to happen to the overall resistance of the entire circuit based on this bulb setup. So go ahead and get your predictions down. First one is compass deflection. So as you add more bulbs, what's going to happen to the compass deflection? And then the second part is brightness. As you add more bulbs, what's going to happen to brightness? So go ahead and pause the video and get that recorded. And when you get back, we can make our observations. Okay? So first one, we're just going to get it hooked up, get a baseline for what compass deflection and bulb brightness will look like. Okay? So, get our cord right on top, and I'm going to hook it up. Get about 20 degrees of deflection, alright, and there's your bulb brightness. So, the second bulb, I'm going to hook it on. So I have the second bulb set up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it onto the clips. So one wire on like clip A, one wire on clip B, and that will get it set up like the pictures shown. Alright, so this is circuit B. I'm going to disconnect the power real quick so we can do a compass measurement. So back to 0. There's the compass, and turn it on, and we're to about 30 degrees of deflection, and then you can make an observation about the brightness. Alright, so if it went up, down, or maybe stayed the same. Then, last bulb, let's see, I'm going to scoot the batteries a little out of view so we can get our third bulb in view. So I'm going to set it up the same way and attach it to the clips of the second bulb. And this will suffice for that third picture. And so, if you're noticing some kind of flickering and things like that, that's because these aren't fully touching. And that is creating an issue. There we go. Okay. So, going to disconnect real quick. Ready for compass deflection. And connect. So now we're up to about 40 degrees of compass deflection. Alright, and then you can observe the brightness again. Okay, significantly more, significantly less, or pretty much the same. Okay? So, there's a couple of questions after your observations that you need to answer. Based on the compass deflection, what can you tell about the flow rate? So what does it mean when compass deflection goes up? Is that increasing the flow rate or decreasing it? Alright, and then based on the bulb brightness, what sort of flow rate is passing through each bulb? The same amount of flow rate, different amount of flow rate? Okay. Also, another thing just to observe, and something to make note of, if I remove, say, this middle light bulb, observe that the other two stay on. So is there only one possible pathway for the current to flow when you have things set up like this? Okay? Because before, in Activity 4 with series, if you remove one bulb, they all go out. Alright? So these are some of the things to kind of base your conclusion off of. What does it mean that the compass deflection is increasing? Also kind of note, what does that mean about the resistance? Is that increasing resistance, decreasing resistance? Alright, what does this mean about number of pathways when you're able to remove a light bulb and still get light from the other ones? Alright, so try to be able to answer some of those questions, and I will see you in class.